Welcome to Manhattan, the financial headquarters of the world. Around this area is where His Excellency Paul and Chantal Biya will call home throughout their visit here in the United States. Cameroon's first family will join other heads of states and foreign ministers as next-door neighbors at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. Then, on Monday, His Excellency Paul Biya will share notes at the United Nations Conference on Climate Change with his colleagues from around the world. The downpour here has been enormous, but the goddess of rain is kind enough to hold back so that we can bring you these images from Manhattan. Behind this American flag and all the windows you see here, dignitaries from around the world are now relaxing in their rooms. The UN flag is flying here high on this building because that's the reason these dignitaries are in Manhattan. Around the perimeters of the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, security is exceptionally tight. There are Secret Service agents everywhere, New York City police officers mounting roadblocks with command and control posts on each block, all in the name of keeping the dignitaries safe. This is why we are here this afternoon, to try and tell you exactly who is behind these tinted glasses and behind these SUVs. But the Secret Service and the men in blue here in New York have kept their lips sealed. But with time, without the schedule of who is arriving and who is not arriving, I will be able to tell you. Right now, you can see a dignitary swarmed by Secret Service men here this afternoon, and their job is to make sure that all the dignitaries coming in here today are safe. And His Excellency Paul and Chantal Biya will also be protected the same way all dignitaries are protected here today. What you are watching, ladies and gentlemen, is Cameroonians begin to assemble to give His Excellency Paul and Madame Biya a warm welcome as they arrive at the hotel here this afternoon. Well, the areas in which Cameroonians are gathering have been assigned to them by the Secret Service and New York Police Department. It is always very wonderful to come to New York and meet a police force that are more friendlier and gentler to people, especially to reporters. Well, who knows whether Mayor Bloomberg has really cleaned house here. But again, Cameroonians are assembling, and I must tell you that security around here is exceptionally tight, and Cameroonians are placed directly opposite the doors of the Hotel Astoria. Let me turn to Cameroonians and ask them why they are here.
Oh yes, one more. We are jubilating here, welcoming our brother and chairman of the party.
We are here to welcome the president of our great party, the CPDM, and the president of Cameroon, President Paul Biya. We have delegates here from all over the United States, North America, and we are still waiting for more to come. I mean, people are coming in. We are about 500 militants who will be receiving him, welcoming him here today.
We're coming all the way from Washington, D.C. and Maryland area to welcome our national chairman and the president of our republic, His Excellency Paul Biya, for his visit here to New York. So we're very happy to be here, and all the militants are now coming together to welcome.
The men and women in blue here in New York City today have their hands full. The New York City Police Department has grown out of the ramboish mentality during Mayor Giuliani's reign as mayor of this great city, and they are now more gentler, friendlier, and respectful to people in general. The department might be gaining back trust from citizens here in New York City, but incidents like the shooting of a West African immigrant from Guinea 41 times still make people to wonder why such brutal force was used towards an unarmed man. But here today in Manhattan, we have a different story. The men and women in blue, the Secret Service, and all other security agencies have a mission at hand, and that mission is to protect heads of states and foreign dignitaries entering the United States to attend the United Nations Conference on Climate Change that begins on Monday. Security is exceptionally tight here today, despite the fact that the New York Police Department stick out like a sore thumb in every square foot. Nevertheless, there is sweet harmony between security and ordinary people on the streets here today. Police bomb sniffing dogs. This guy marking its territory tells the story that no stone is left unturned in protecting all dignitaries entering the country today. His Excellency Paul and Chantal Biya inject in the hearts of Cameroonians a tower of strength to have the brutal weather like what we experience here today, but Cameroonians are still out here to witness this day for themselves, to be able to wave to their president, to be able to talk to him directly. As you can see, Cameroonians behind the barricades, all waiting for the arrival of His Excellency Paul and Chantal Biya. This is a day that Cameroonians coming from far and wide have been waiting for. You can see it's been raining cats and dogs here in New York City, and that has not dampened the minds of Cameroonians to see their loving head of state, His Excellency Paul Biya. Manhattan is alive. Manhattan is well. You can see the activities taking place here. Well, Cameroonians have been moved a couple of times because of security reasons, I must say this afternoon. Again, look at this. Look at how Cameroonians are waving. Look at the smiles that are coming out of the faces and mouth of these people here who have left their families, left their children, left their work, left everything they had to do this weekend just to come here and say hello to their president. Any moment now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be seeing our president, His Excellency Paul Biya, arrive, and when it pours, Cameroonians take cover under whatever shelter they can find, and at this point they have a discussion about the coming of His Excellency Paul Biya. I'll be right back to report to you more about activities here.